Hello, how are you? My name's Teacher Mark. What is yours?
Hi, hi, teacher. My name's Pat.
Hi, Pat. Nice to meet you. How are you today?
I'm good.
Awesome. So, can I ask you a few questions about yourself?
Sure.
All right. What are some of your favorite things to do?
I like I like I like to play soccer and I play video games and I watch movies and I read
Okay.
books.
Awesome. So, do you ever watch soccer on TV?
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite team?
Manchester United.
Oh, my favorite team is Chelsea, so we are enemies.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. We can still be friends, though, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Actually, my favorite player is Juan Mata, and he now plays for Manchester United, even though he used to be on Chelsea, right? Yeah, very cool. So you said you like books. What is one of your favorite books?
Ender's Game.
Oh, yeah, that was a good one. What did you think about the ending? Did you like it?
It was sad. I liked it. It was a good I get a twist, right?
Mm-hmm.
And but it was sad that it was real at the end and he
Yeah,
killed all those ants.
yeah. And have you read any of the books after Ender's Game?
Yeah, they get weird.
That's what I've heard. Yeah, many of my friends have said not to read them. Did you like them or no?
It gets weird. His brother comes back as a clone, but it's a clone that's in Ender's imagination, and they put somebody else's consciousness into his body. I think Ender goes into that body, and
Oh, weird.
it's weird. It's
Yeah.
weird.
So you don't think I should read them?
No, they're good. The second one's good, but
Okay.
the last the third one, the fourth one's a bit weird.
Okay. Interesting. Well, I do love lots of books like that. Some of my favorites are like Harry Potter. Well, there's one that's very old called the Tripod Trilogy, where like these tripods put a cap on someone and they can control people's minds.
Ooh.
Yeah. Very cool. Did you watch the movie for Ender's Game?
I did. It was okay.
Yeah. Which do you normally like better, the movies or the books?
The books, because I get the picture, like what things would happen in my mind, I guess.
Yeah, I'm that way with Harry Potter. I liked the books way better than the movies. Awesome. Okay, well, let me ask you some more questions. What city do you live in?
Hmm. I live in Beijing.
Oh, nice. And what is one of your favorite things to do in Beijing?
I like to visit the Forbidden City.
Oh,
I like the
yeah.
history.
That's very cool. I've always wanted to go there. Do you think I should visit one day?
Yeah, it's very cool. All the statues and
Yeah. And so, what do you like to do with your friends in Beijing?
we play video games.
Oh, what's your favorite video game to play?
I can't think of the English name. Uh,
Is it
Fortnite.
Oh, Fortnite. Do you play it on a PC or on a system?
I play on my computer.
Okay. And are you good at it?
A little bit. I
Yeah.
can't.
Okay. I have lots of friends who play that game, but I haven't played it yet. I usually just play on my phone. Do you play any video games on your phone?
I play I play Angry Birds,
Mm-hmm.
and there's there's a Fallout game on my phone where you take
Okay.
control of the shelter.
That's
I
cool.
play that.
I mostly just play like Clash of Clans still. I know it's very old, but I like it. Awesome. Well, very cool. We have an awesome lesson today. Are you ready to start?
Yeah.
All right, let me give you the pen and then let's jump in. So, today we're going to talk about animals and occupation. So, let me ask
Okay.
you, do you have any favorite animals?
Elephants,
Ooh, yes. Why do you like elephants?
because they have a long nose and they're very tall,
Hmm.
and but they start out kind of small and they grow up really big.
Yeah. Do you know what we call that long nose?
A trunk.
Yeah, very good. And what about pets? You couldn't have an elephant for a pet, right?
No,
Do you have any pets?
I have a dog.
Oh, very nice. What kind of dog is it? Do you know?
He is a a beagle, a German shepherd and a beagle.
Oh, very cool. So do you like dogs or cats better?
Dogs.
Okay, I like cats because they're a little bit more silly. Awesome. So what do you think would be the weirdest but kind of fun pet you could have? If you could have any animal as a pet, what animal would you want?
Mm, a a tiger.
Oh yeah. You could like take the tiger to school with you, and if anyone's being mean, you can just be like,
Yeah.
"Go get him."
Yeah.
Yeah, I would want a monkey, I think, because it would be fun to play with. But a tiger would be really cool too. All right. Very cool. So we're going to do some vocabulary. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you read this word for me?
Examining.
Yeah, the E is a little bit different on this one at the end. So we read this word examine.
Examine.
Yeah, can you say that 2 more times? Examine.
Examine.
One more time.
Examine.
Very good. All right, do you know what this word means?
When a doctor looks at you.
Yeah, so it means like to look at something carefully. So can you use this word in a sentence?
The doctor examined the dog
Yeah, either one of
at
those would be good.
the hospital.
Yeah, excellent. You could say examines or examined. One could be he's examining right now, so he examines the dog. Or past tense, he did examine it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Excellent, very good. All right, let's go to the next word. Can you read this one for me?
Diagnose.
Yeah, very good. Now say it exactly the same way, but more quickly.
Diagnose.
Yeah, perfect. Excellent. And what do you think this word means?
To look and to say, how do you say, whether somebody had something, when a doctor like says like what your problem is, like what's
Yeah,
wrong with you.
exactly. So to look, whoops, sorry. To look and decide what the problem is, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so now
Yeah.
can you use this one in a sentence?
The doctor diagnosed the patient with a sore throat.
Yeah, very good. Excellent. Have you ever been to a doctor and had them diagnose something?
Yeah, I had strep. It wasn't fun.
Yeah, that's awful, but at least there's medicine, right?
Yeah.
Which leads us to our next word. Can you read this one for me?
Treat.
Yeah, treat. What does that mean?
Treat. Like a snack.
It can be, yeah. Sometimes we use a treat like piece of chocolate or a piece of candy, but we also sometimes use it when we're helping like with a doctor. So sometimes it can mean like the plan to help you get better, or what you should
Oh, okay.
do to get better. So, for example, taking
Okay.
medicine for strep is your treatment, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, so the doctor will treat your sickness by giving you medicine.
Okay.
Yeah, so you're right. We often use a treat like for Halloween, trick or treat, and that means like I want some candy. But it can also be used to help like decide what you're going to do, right? Okay, very good. Now, how about this one?
Vet veterinary veterinary
Yeah, veterinary. Can you say veterinary?
veterinary.
Yeah, this one actually can be pronounced a little bit different depending on where you live, if you're in England or the United States, or even where in the United States. But I pronounce this one veterinary.
Veterinary.
Yeah, and because it's a little bit
Okay.
tricky, sometimes we just say vet.
Vet.
Yeah, and do you know what a veterinary is? Or a veterinarian?
It's a doctor for animals.
Yeah, exactly. So a veterinarian is a doctor for animals, and veterinary just means to take care of the health of animals. And a vet, we often say, is the doctor. So can you try and use, you can just say vet. Can you use that in a sentence?
The dog was sick, so he went to see the vet.
Perfect. Very good. You got that one. No problems. All right. How about this one? This one's a little bit trickier.
Special ization?
Close. This one we pronounce it just specialization.
Specialization.
Yeah. So say that one more time. Specialization.
Specialization.
Perfect. And you have any idea what this one means?
Um, to be special to something
Yeah.
like um like a like a throat doctor or a nose doctor or someone who treats your allergies, I guess.
Yeah, very good. So it's like a special type of info or knowledge. So if you're a doctor, just like you said, you want to have a specialization. So it can maybe be a throat doctor or a doctor for children. We call a pediatrician, or maybe a surgeon, right, who does surgery. Yeah, those are all
Mhm.
specializations. So like my wife is a doctor and she's an anesthesiologist, which is a really big word. But that means she helps put the people to sleep
Ooh,
when they go to surgery. So that's her specialization.
okay.
Yeah, very good. All right,
Okay.
let's keep on going. How about this word?
A lab.
Yeah. Do you know what that word is short for?
Laboratory.
Yeah,
Laboratory.
laboratory. So we spell that Laboratory. So a laboratory. But a lot of times we just say lab. What is a lab?
It's a place where they do work
What kind of
on
work?
your stuff, like with your blood.
Yeah, so it's like a place where they do like science or study things, especially for medicine. Like you're right, they can look at your blood and they will like study it, right? And then tell you what it means. Do you ever do stuff in a science lab at your school?
Yeah,
What's your favorite type of thing to do in science?
we cut open a pig one time.
You did a dissection? Very cool.
Yeah, yeah, it was
And
fun.
what was inside?
A heart
Hmm.
and a bunch of bones. It
Yeah.
smelled. It smelled.
Yeah.
We found like all the stuff that was in there, and
Yeah.
then the gunk, and then we saw its lungs.
Hmm. And did you study all of that and learn about it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we wrote it down what everything was,
Yeah.
and we wrote it in a notebook.
Okay, so when you write things in a notebook, that leads us to our next word. Can you read this one for me?
Anal e- is anal is
Very close. It's analyze, so it's almost like it's an I.
lie.
Yeah, so analyze.
Analyzed.
Yeah, do you know what that means?
Analyzed. Uh, to look at something like very carefully.
Yeah, exactly. To look or study something carefully. Very good. So when you cut open the pig, you had to analyze what you found inside, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, do you think doing analyzation or analyzing things is fun, or do you think it's boring?
My daddy does it, and he says it's boring. He stares at his screen all day.
Yeah, and maybe it depends on what you analyze, right?
He analyzes loans. He says it's boring.
Oh, okay, yeah, I can imagine. If I could analyze highlights of football players, that would be fun, right? Awesome. All right, how about this word?
Emergency.
Yeah, perfect. And what does that mean?
Uh, like something bad, really bad happens,
Mm-hmm.
and you need like help, like right away.
Yeah, very good. So can you use that in a sentence?
I, the man crashed his car
Mm-hmm.
and guess he broke his leg and he needed emergency assistance.
Yeah, very good. So in the United States, if we have an emergency, we call 911. And I think in China you call 412 or 411. Maybe it depends. I
411.
can't remember. But every country has a number that you call if you have an emergency, right?
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. All right. How about this word?
Common.
Yeah, common. Very
Common.
good. And what does it mean?
Uh, when it happens a lot.
Yeah, exactly. So it means either something happens a lot or there are a lot of the same thing. So it can be like in places or in people, it can be very common, right? So, what is a common thing that people in China eat?
Rice.
Yeah,
I eat a lot of that.
that's probably the most common thing, right? And do you think dressing up a dog in a costume is common? Putting a hat?
I see a lot of Americans do it on Pinterest, and
Yeah, I think a lot of pictures it's common, but maybe in real life it's not quite as common, right? I don't
no,
know. I don't have a dog, so I'm not really sure, but I think it's a little bit silly. What do you think?
no, you don't dress up dogs. You dress up cats.
Oh, okay, the cats are more difficult to dress up because they'll go "Meow," and they'll scratch you. You have to be brave to dress up a cat, I think. All right, how about this word? This is a crazy word.
Poison.
Yeah, very good. Poison.
Poison.
And what is poison?
It'll kill you.
Yeah, so it's something that's very dangerous or bad for you, right? And we have a bonus word. Can you read this one?
Poison poison us,
Yeah, close. Poisonous.
poisonous.
Yeah. What does that mean? It's the same word, but just a little bit different.
When something will kill you, and something is bad or deadly.
Yeah, so if something is poisonous, it has poison in it, right?
Mhm.
So, can you think of anything that is poisonous?
Snake bite.
Yeah. Do you like snakes or are you scared of snakes?
They're cool sometimes.
I don't like them. Even though only some of them are poisonous, I don't ever know which ones are and which ones are not. So I'm always scared of them. Ugh. Have you ever touched a snake?
Yeah, at the zoo one time.
Did you like it?
It was defanged. Oh, it was nice.
Yeah, so you weren't
It
scared.
was scaly. No, it was
Yeah.
scaly.
I touched one once, but I still just, in my mind, I just don't like them, so I didn't like touching it either. But I know some people that love snakes and they have them as a pet, right?
Hmm.
Yeah. All right, good job. So we have just a couple more words. Can you read this one for me?
Convince?
Convince.
Convince.
Yeah. And do you have an idea of what that means?
Convince. When you talk to somebody
Mm-hmm.
and they express agreement after talking to you.
Yeah, so to talk to someone and they agree, or it's to kind of like to make someone believe something, right? Yeah, so maybe if they don't agree and then you talk to them, you convince them and then they do agree, right?
So it's like that guy on the pictures that says to change my mind.
Yeah, yeah. Or like, I wish that I could convince you that Chelsea is better than Man United, but I know I probably will not, right?
No, David De Gea is too good.
He is, although I think Courtois is very good too. But I still like Mata and Matic. So, and you stole our coach Jose Mourinho. So you just keep stealing all of our best
He's
players.
I don't like him.
I don't either. So I was kind of glad when you took him. But
I wanted Ryan Giggs to take over.
yeah, so we don't have to convince you. I don't have to convince you that Jose Mourinho is not a good coach, even though he wins a lot.
No.
Yeah. All right. Excellent. One more word. How about this one?
Apply.
We can use this one many ways. How do you think we would use this one, like in the picture?
The person applied
Hmm
for a job
Yeah. So it's
and
keep going. Yeah.
they are going on an interview.
Yeah. Very good. So if you want something like a job, you apply, right? So it's like to ask or to request. So can you use this one in a sentence?
I um, the student
Hmm
applied for placement in the high school.
Yeah. Very good. Are you going to have to do that
Out.
soon?
Yeah, I have to take a test
hmm
and
Is it a
see what school I can go to.
yeah? Is it a difficult test?
Yeah,
And
I can't play many video games this summer. I have to
yeah,
study.
I bet. And when do you take the test?
Uh, in the autumn and about, I think, October.
Okay, so you have some time to study, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, and is it really, really difficult?
yeah, it is.
What do you think is the most difficult subject at school or your most difficult class for you?
Uh, Science.
Okay, interesting. Yeah. I know a lot of people tell me that Chinese is the most difficult, but you think science is difficult?
Science is.
Yeah, because science and math are very, like, there's a lot of things together with them, right? Yeah, do you like math?
I do. Yeah.
Okay. I'm very bad at math. I always just make my cell phone do my math for me. All right, excellent. So we finished all our vocabulary. Good job. That was awesome.
Yay.
So in a minute, we are going to listen to a recording, but first, we're going to take some guesses to see if we can think what it might be about. So go ahead and read this slide for me.
News from your university campus, updates and interviews with students and teachers.
Mm-hmm.
Most recent episode, you have to love animals to do this job.
Mm-hmm.
Click here to download.
All right. So this is what we call an ad.
Nice.
Yeah. So we call this an ad, or sometimes not in the United States, but in England they call it an advert. And this is something that maybe someone would put on a piece of paper and like put it on the wall so you can see it, and then you can go and listen to it, right? All right, so after reading that, I'm going to ask you some questions, and you just guess and think what this episode might be. Do you know what the word episode means?
Like a thing of something. So like an episode of a TV show would be like one like hour thing, half hour thing.
Yeah, exactly. So one TV show might have many episodes, but each episode you watch one at a time, right? All right, so this is going to be an episode of something that you listen to. All right, here we go.
Kind of.
So what kind of program do you think it will be? You can circle your answer and tell it to me. Yeah, very good. So a university podcast. And who do you think will be interviewed? Yeah. Why did you pick a veterinary student?
Because it's at a university and there wouldn't be a doctor, a medical doctor works with humans, not animals, and there wouldn't be a zoo director at a university.
Yeah, very good. So it said animals and it said a university. So you said student because of university and veterinary because of animals, right?
Yeah.
Good job. Very good. All right, the last one. What do you think will be the guest's attitude towards animals? Yes. Do you think a veterinarian would not like animals?
No, they would love animals.
Yeah, of course. All right, so I'm going to play for you this podcast, and I want you to listen very carefully, and then I'm going to ask you some true or false questions afterwards, okay?
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yep.
All right, here we go.
Unit 1. 1.1.
Hello, and welcome to this week's episode of Unicast, a podcast about our students and their lives. Today we have a special guest, Aisha.
Hi there.
Aisha is a fourth-year veterinary student, and she is graduating in 3 months' time. Can you tell us how it feels to be so close to finishing your degree?
it feels fantastic. The last 4 years have been really hard, but the veterinary school has been everything I hoped for.
Did you always want to be a vet?
Oh yes, pretty much since I was a child. I grew up in a small village in the mountains just outside Niswa in Oman. And we've always been surrounded by animals, like cats, dogs, donkeys, goats, horses, you name it. I even had a pet rabbit.
Weren't you ever afraid of all those animals?
No, not at all. My parents taught me to love animals. I had to look after the animals when I was a child. So when I graduated from high school, I decided to study zoology at the university in Muscat.
So that was your first degree?
Yes. After a BSc in zoology, I got a job as a veterinary assistant.
And what did you do?
Well, my job was to help with the animals. Clean them, feed them, and take care of them. It was an amazing experience, and it convinced me to apply to veterinary school. You have to love animals to be a vet.
All right, excellent. So I see you already wrote in some answers. Go ahead and read them for me, though. Read number 1.
Aisha has graduated from veterinary school.
All right, so is that one true or false?
I think she's about to graduate.
Yeah.
So false, or I think
Yeah, so we'll say
false.
false.
She hasn't graduated yet.
Yeah, very good. And what about number 2? Can you read that one for me?
Aisha always wanted to be a vet. That's true.
Okay, and what about number 3?
Aisha was afraid of those animals. False.
Yeah, very good. All right, let's see the answers, but I'm pretty sure you got them all correct. Good job. And now we're going to look at them. So we said that one was false. What was the true statement? Can you read it for me?
Aisha is a 4th year veterinary student, and she is graduating in 3 months' time.
Yeah, so you were exactly right. She's about to graduate, right? Because it's in 3 months' time. Do you think it will be exciting when you're about to graduate from university?
Finally get to work.
Yeah, and make some money, right? Yeah, it will be fun. All right, number 2, we said true. Can you go ahead and read this dialogue for me?
Did you always want to be a vet? Oh, yes. Pretty much since I was a child.
Yes, so she has wanted to be since she was a very young child. Very good. And the last one, we said false. What was the true thing?
Weren't you ever afraid of those animals? No, not at all. My parents taught me to love animals.
Yes, very good. Awesome job. That was excellent. So, we are going to practice expressing our opinions. Do you know what the word opinions means?
When it's what you think?
Yeah, so the things that you think, like, I think Chelsea is the best team, but that's my opinion because you disagree with me, right?
The Warriors are bad for basketball.
Yes, very good. All right, so we're going to practice some of these, and I want you to try and use some of these different phrases. So I'm going to pick a phrase and then see if you can use that one. So let's start off with this one. Can you say, in my opinion, and then tell me one of your opinions? It can be about anything you want.
In my opinion, the Warriors having Kevin Durant is bad for the NBA.
Yeah, because they just keep winning all the time, right?
Yeah.
Although I'm from Chicago, so I like Michael Jordan when he won all the time. All right, very good. Let's do another one. Let's do it seems to me that. Can you use that one and make up a sentence of your opinion?
it seems to me that the Sixers will attempt to trade for Kawhi Leonard.
Okay. Very good. Do you want them to have Leonard or do you want them to have LeBron?
I want both.
Okay. Very cool. All right, let's do one more. Let's do As I See It. And for this one, can you
Okay.
tell me your opinion of pizza?
As I see it, bacon is the best pizza topping.
I 100% agree with your opinion. Bacon is definitely the best pizza topping. All right. You can be a Manchester United fan all you want if you like pizza on your or bacon on your pizza. Excellent. All right, let's do some speaking practice. Are you ready?
Yep.
Okay, let me see what we're supposed to do here. Here we go. So read this question for me and then give me your opinion.
Do you think it is important to look after animals?
All right, so do you think so?
And yes,
All right, tell me why you think so.
because we could come back as animals and we would want people to be nice to us,
Okay, yeah.
or it helps us to for us it helps us to practice to take care of children and
Mhm.
people.
Yeah, definitely. Sometimes little kids, they get a pet so that when they're older, they can take care of children, right? Yeah, it teaches them responsibility. Very good. All right, let's do another one. Go ahead and read number 2 for me and then tell me what you think and why.
You think some animals are more important than others. Why?
Hmm.
Yes, because some are endangered, like
Mhm.
pandas,
Yeah, very good.
and if we don't take care of them, they might not be around for very
Mhm.
long.
Yeah, exactly. And just because we say an animal is more important, does that mean that the other animals are not important?
No, it's just less important.
Yeah, but they're both important, right?
Yeah.
Very good. Okay, there's a cute picture of a panda. The last question, our last slide. Can you read this one for me?
What can people do to take better care of animals?
All right, what do you think?
Well, they could, instead of no hunting, it might be better to do like controlled hunting,
Yeah, what do you mean by that?
like part of the time. So
Mm-hmm.
if an animal like deer, like you could like see if they're starting to get like too many deer.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we have to hunt
Yeah, I agree with you.
to to save some of the to save the deer.
Yeah.
My dad says that.
Well, like I used to live in Florida, so like near Disney World, and there's a lot of beaches and ocean there, and there's some fish that shouldn't be there, but people have moved. And this one fish, nothing will kill it except for humans, and it kills all of the other fish, a lionfish. And so we have to hunt the lionfish to save all of the other fish. Do you think that's a good thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. What else can we do to take care of animals?
You can give them places to live without humans.
Yeah, that's difficult right now because we keep building cities, right? Yeah, so we need to make sure that we protect their habitat. Have you ever heard that word, habitat?
Habitat. That's where animals. That's where they live.
Yeah,
Like where
excellent.
they're supposed to live.
Yeah, very good. So we want to protect their habitat, right? Awesome. Very cool. All right. Well, that is the end of class. So I have just one more question for you. Are you ready?
Okay. Yeah.
Do you have a lot of homework you have to do tonight before you go to bed?
I do.
What kind of homework do you have tonight?
I have to do my Chinese homework
Mm-hmm.
and my science homework.
Okay.
And then I gotta do a lot of stuff. But my mom says if I get it done before 11, I can watch the Iceland match.
Nice. Yes, that's going to be a good one. Well, I really hope that you get your homework done so you can watch it and get a good night's sleep. But you did an awesome job today. Your words were so good. It was awesome. So nice to meet you. I hope you get all your homework done, and I hope that I will see you again one day in class, okay?
Bye, teacher.
All right, nice to meet you. Bye, Pat.